It's been a year, bar one day, since I last played Supermarket Simulator. As many of you know, I got a little bit obsessed with this game and put 300 hours in about a month's time. Got to maximum store level and then was waiting for content, and the developer was in the process of hiring a team, and updates were as a result coming really slow. Momentum lost and I moved on. I've had a few people tell me that there have been a lot of changes since then, so I decided to hop in and see if that was true. Very pleased to report, incredibly true. This game has had such a makeover in the last year. I can see how I could get very obsessed with it all over again. What we're going to do is we're going to go through all of the settings, and we're going to go through all of the new changes that have been added since the last time I played, everything that's new, and I'm going to go over everything that I really like and stuff that I might not like as much. As you can see, they've still got their patch notes here that shows you literally everything that's going on. There's been a lot. There's been so many things that they've fixed, they've changed, they've optimized. Everything seems to run a lot smoother and look a lot better. I'm not going to waste any more time blabbing about how good it is, though. Let's show you what they've done. Immediately, their settings have changed as well. As you can see, they've now got a running background mode, and they've got shoplifters enabled. So shoplifters are a new thing that they brought into the game. You've got your language, mouse sensitivity, and gamepad ratio rotate sensitivity. So you can use your gamepad with this game if you so desire as well. Your graphics, there's not a huge amount that's changed here. Obviously, the settings menu itself has changed graphically. It looks much nicer, much cleaner. Looks part of the game now as opposed to something that's just slapped on. You can change your resolution, you can change your FPS limit, you can change your graphics quality, you can change your AA, and you can change your field of view. You can have it as full screen mode, and you can have vertical sync on or off. And then lastly, your audio, which is pretty much the same as standard. It does still start everything on 100, but that's not going to be a huge problem with one of the changes I've made that I will explain in the gameplay. So what's changed? What has actually changed in Asda stores? Well, firstly, you might notice that we've got these wonderful burly looking gentlemen who are going to keep my store nice and safe from any would-be shoplifters. We've also got scanners here, and we've got a bunch of cleaners that we can send in to keep the store clean. We have a delivery spot here, which keeps it all nice and stacked, as opposed to it just piling up in the middle of the street. Ignore the fact that I've thrown things around. We have new licenses and new store equipment as well. So we've got things like the scales, we've got self-service checkouts, we've got the stalls where we can put our raw fruit and veg, which is epic. We have a delivery system in the game now as well, so we can take and send out things on delivery. And we have a tab wheel, so we've now got a paper bag, which is obviously what we're using to send these deliveries to customers. We have a tablet, so we can look at and order things without having to use the PC. We have a crate, so we can go around and move items from one shelf to another. We have a mop and a sponge for cleaning, and we've got a bat, so we can knock those would-be thieves out for the count. There are a ton of other changes as well, including the speakers. So you only get music in the store if you add these speakers, and we have security cameras as well. You can actually interact with these security cameras and look around the store. It looks incredible. It plays really smooth, like I said, and graphically they have made a lot of different changes as well. Everything looks nicer, everything looks smoother. The storeroom looks incredible with the new store shelves and all of the brackets that just look better. They've not just added new features, they've constantly improved and made everything look and run smoother. The computer has changed as well. So obviously you've got your market, and we have so many new items to choose from that it can be a little bit daunting. You have your different furnitures as well, where you've got all your different shelves. You've got corner shelves, you've got large shelves, you've got your different display fridges, you've got spotlights, your speaker, your security system, you've got self-service, you've got category signs so you can label and organize your store exactly how you want it. You've got a different type of spotlight there as well, and you've got tall racks. You've now got paints. Now, I will say I'm not overly a fan of the way they've done paints here. Instead of it being entire wall sections, you now have to do it in smaller sections, and each paint can only holds around 8 to 10 uses. So it is a much bigger drag to actually paint your store, but there is so many more options to choose from, and it's not that expensive. You've got your flooring that you can change as well here, and you've got loads of different units there. And then you've got your tools. These are things for your tab, and you are going to need to go through and purchase these as you start the game, and your tablet is locked until you've got 3 licenses available. And then for your deliveries, you've got a skateboard, a bicycle, a scooter, a sedan, and a pickup truck that you can then use to buy and use your deliveries and get them there much quicker and easier. You can do your deliveries without, it's just going to take a lot longer. Next up in the management, you have your licenses, which I have purchased all of them. You've got your bills here, so you do still have to keep them. You've got your rent and your bills separate. You've got growth. They've got 2 new sections that you can add to the game as well, but you do need a lot of money for it. It's 146,000 to buy section 22, and for 23 it's 160,000, and you do need the previous section there as well. Your storage, you've got all your sections. They haven't added any more storage for your game. And then your customization, so you can change the store name, you can change the entrance position, and you can change the entrance as well. Here, this is something that they added in recently, so you can change how that looks. You can make it like a more modern one or not. They still haven't sort of added a new store entrance itself. Like, they haven't made it with automatic doors, and they've not made it so that you can make it bigger. And you can't have multiple entrances either. So you're kind of limited on that, which is a bit of a shame. And that is something that you're going to feel throughout the game, is that they've added all this new stuff in, and you don't really know where you're going to fit it all. Like, honestly, to get the most of this game, if you are a returning player, you'd probably be better off starting from scratch and going all over again to make sure that you can fit everything where you want it. I would like to see more overall. I would like to see more storage, and I would very much like to see them add new or at least bigger entrances to the game. Now, the other option and problem is that obviously I was very, very organized before, and they can't put things in storage because everything's got a label already. So until we get that sorted, they're not going to come in and take your produce and put it where it needs to go, which is a crying shame. Now, your janitors are going to keep the place tidy as well, and you will lose store points if your store is not kept tidy. If customers come in and they are very unhappy with what they see, they will let you know by making your store point lower. To the point of the store, I haven't seen more people come in. Obviously I reached store max level, and so as a result I'm pretty much still soft capped, although with new licenses and new store upgrades and bigger store area, hopefully that will change and it will become much easier for you to get more people so you can make more money and continue. However, until they increase that store level cap, you are always going to be soft capped on the amount of customers you get, and that is going to make your gameplay feel very stagnant. All that being said, though, I love what they've done. I love the changes they've made. I absolutely adore the way that the game looks and the fact that you can change the color however you want. I love the fact that you've got security and thieves and stuff. It's just everything the game should have been when it came out. And coming back after a year, like I say, it just makes me want to play all over again. Let me know in those comments down below if you've played the game recently, if you continue playing it and you withheld all of your judgment and sense of disbelief to just let the developers do what they needed to do, or whether, like me, you left it for a while, came back and fell in love all over again. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Ciao, ciao.